Getting started feeding your dog gourmet homemade dog food? It's no secret that the grocery store shelves are filled with an overwhelming array of pet food options these days. While it can be hard to know which one is best for your dog, many pet owners are deciding to take matters into their own hands. Feeding your pup homemade gourmet dog food is becoming increasingly popular, and it's not hard to understand why. From choosing the right ingredients to learning how to create balanced meals, there is a lot to consider when getting started with a home-cooked canine diet. In this article, we'll discuss some tips and tricks for feeding your pup homemade gourmet dog food that will help make the transition easier and more successful. Why feed your dog gourmet homemade dog food? A homemade diet is the best way to ensure your dog is getting all the nutrients they need. By preparing their food at home, you can control what goes into their meals and tailor them to your dog's specific needs. There are many benefits to feeding your dog gourmet homemade dog food. Not only is it more nutritious than commercial diets, but it can also be more affordable. In addition, homemade diets allow you to avoid many of the harmful additives and preservatives found in many commercial foods. If you're interested in feeding your dog a gourmet diet, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. First, you'll need to select high-quality ingredients. This means choosing whole, unprocessed foods that are free of artificial additives. Second, you'll need to do some research to ensure that the diet you're creating is complete and balanced. There are a number of resources available online or through your local library that can help with this process. Finally, be sure to cook the food properly to avoid any food safety concerns. Feeding your dog a gourmet homemade diet is a great way to improve their health and well-being. With some careful planning and preparation, you can create healthy, delicious meals that will provide your furry friend with everything they need to thrive. The benefits of homemade dog food. A homemade diet can be more nutritious for your dog than a commercial diet because you can tailor it to your dog's specific nutritional needs. For example, if your dog has allergies, you can avoid ingredients that trigger reactions. If your dog is overweight, you can control the amount of fat in his diet. And if your dog is a picky eater, you can experiment with different flavors and textures to find a food he likes. In addition, homemade dog food is generally higher in protein and lower in carbohydrates than commercial diets, which is more closely aligned with a dog's natural diet. High-protein, low-carb diets have been shown to be beneficial for dogs with diabetes, cognitive dysfunction, and certain types of cancer. Finally, feeding your dog homemade food is a great way to bond with him. Preparing his meals from scratch shows that you care about his health and well-being. And when you sit down to share a meal together, you'll both enjoy the experience more knowing that it was made with love. What you'll need to get started. If you're interested in feeding your dog gourmet homemade dog food, there are a few things you'll need to get started. First, you'll need a good recipe. There are plenty of recipes available online, or you can ask your veterinarian for recommendations. Once you have a recipe, you'll need to gather the necessary ingredients. This may include meat, vegetables, grains, and other healthy additions like yogurt or cottage cheese. You'll also need a way to cook the food. Many recipes can be made in a slow cooker or on the stovetop. Finally, you'll need some patience. Making homemade dog food takes time and effort, but it's worth it when you see your pup enjoy a delicious and nutritious meal. Tips for making homemade dog food. When it comes to making homemade dog food, there are a few things you'll want to keep in mind. First, you'll want to make sure that you're including all of the necessary nutrients that your dog needs in their diet. This means including things like protein, fat, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals. You can talk to your veterinarian about what specific nutrients your dog needs and how much of each they should be getting. Second, you'll want to choose recipes that are appropriate for your dog's age, weight, and activity level. For example, puppies and senior dogs have different nutritional needs than adult dogs. You'll also want to take into account how active your dog is when choosing recipes. A more active dog will need more calories than a less active one. Finally, when cooking for your dog, be sure to avoid using any ingredients that are toxic to them. This includes things like onions, garlic, chocolate, grapes, and raisins. Stick with safe ingredients that will provide your pup with the nutritious meal they need and deserve. Recipes for homemade dog food. There are a lot of different ways to make homemade dog food, but finding the right recipe can be tricky. Here is a typical recipe for homemade dog food that your pup is sure to love. Ingredients: 1 pound ground beef, 1 cup cooked rice, ½ cup cottage cheese, 1/4 cup carrots, chopped. Instructions: 1. Preheat oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. 2. In a bowl, mix together ground beef, cooked rice, cottage cheese, and carrots. 3. Scoop mixture into an 8 times 8-inch baking dish. 4. Bake for 25 minutes or until the center is cooked through. Let cool before serving. Conclusion: feeding your dog homemade gourmet food can be a great way to give them the nutrition they need and make sure that their meals are as healthy as possible. With just a few ingredients and some simple steps, you can create tasty and nutritious meals in the comfort of your own home. From deciding which fresh ingredients to use to finding creative ways to make your pet's mealtime enjoyable, making homemade gourmet food for your pup is an easy and rewarding task. Give it a try today.